Hey, Scott, can you hear me?
Yes, I got you now.
All right. Not literally the final possession, but the one to make it 109-105, where Simmons ended up getting the dunk down low. What did you make to be the problem with the rotation there?
Well, I obviously live. I don't think we didn't communicate. Two went to the ball and we left them open. I mean, it was definitely a mistake. But yeah, I thought the game. There were so many other possessions. We turned the ball over so many times, and that led them to some easy buckets in transition. And a lot of them weren't even forced turnovers. But those are still things that we definitely, after one game, we're going to be able to clean up. But 20 turnovers is a lot on the road.
Hey, Scott. Obviously not the result you guys wanted, but I'm wondering, Russell Westbrook in his first game as a Wizard gets a triple-double. What did you think of that? And also, were there any moments where you and him just connected like it was back in Oklahoma City again, all over again?
Well, I mean, I've said it many times during training camp. The guy is a winning basketball player. He's a winning teammate. I've seen it now. It's even better. But we've had a long history together. But seeing him what he does, as you can see, the intensity level is high. Every possession matters. He plays through exhaustion. Our young players, it's gonna be priceless what they're gonna learn from him, and how he treats everybody it's remarkable. It's definitely. He plays the right way. He plays hard and he competes and leaves everything on the floor. He has nothing to be ashamed of the way he played tonight.
And with this quick turnaround, how close is he to being, back to his normal regular season self?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to take time. It's going to definitely take time. It's not that the fact that we had a short training camp. We had a short. Normally we have a month before training camp to have all of our guys in the city, but. No excuse. I thought one thing you win in this league with toughness and defense, and we did that tonight. We had a chance to win this game by the defense and toughness. We gave up 40 points in the fourth quarter. That wasn't the case going into the game. I mean, going in during this game, we knew that we had to do these certain things, and we kind of slipped up in that fourth quarter. But I think they got like 22 free throws in that second half as well. We fouled a lot.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
Neil?
Hey, Coach. The third quarter, you held them scoreless for almost 6 minutes, only gave up 15 points. What was the difference between the third quarter defense and the fourth quarter defense?
Well, that third quarter is crazy. We had so many missed buckets and turnovers that were unforced. We really could have, I thought we could have had a 32 to 34 point quarter offensively. Defensively, in that fourth quarter, they found, I mean, Embiid is obviously a great player. He's one of the toughest bigs to guard in this league. And he got the hot hand. He got some easy buckets. He's big, he's strong, he's agile, he's quick. He has great moves. And we put them on the free throw line too many times in that second half as well.
John Marks.
Yes. Hey, Scott. I know you had a lot of trust in Denny. Would you have liked to have seen him be a little more offensive minded? He hit his 2 threes and you had him out there, I think, maybe 30 minutes. What'd you think for a guy playing his first game? And
I thought he was fantastic. I've been there long time ago, that first game. No matter what he tells you, no matter what he told me, I know there's some butterflies, and those are good. He cares. He's passionate. He wants to do well. I thought he played well. Can he get some more opportunities offensively? I think that's all gonna come around. We're gonna have to learn what he can do better, and as the season goes on, and he's gonna have to learn how we do things. But it's all a growing period. I thought he makes winning basketball plays, and right now, John, that's all I care about. You make winning basketball plays, the offense and the game will reward you. And that's what he does. That's what he's about. That's the thing. That's one of the main things I've noticed from being around for 3 weeks, that he cares about winning basketball plays.
Did he seem more nervous or anything than usual today? I mean, as you say, you played your first game here, and you know what it's like. Obviously, not in this environment, but you've seen him here for a month, and did he seem any different?
No, you know what? I asked him, and he said no. But I know deep down there's some some butterflies. But I said those are good. The guys that don't have butterflies probably are the guys that just, I just go through the motion. I'm just a skilled player, and I'm lucky enough to be on a team. But guys that play with passion, that care, the results matter. And we're not happy. There's no moral victory. Last year, I thought we had, just a different mindset, not good or bad. It's just we were in a different place. This year, there's no moral victories. We got to come out and keep competing. We competed hard enough. We defended for the most part, not bad takeaways, some of those points in the fourth quarter, but fouling, the turnovers led to them. I mean, it could have easily been, 125, 130 point game for us.
Ben Standig.
Hey, Scott, just curious what you thought about Thomas Bryant. Obviously, Joel Embiid is, one of the best centers, but what did you think about Thomas's defense, whether against Embiid or anything else around the rim?
I thought Thomas competed. That's the thing that we challenged him in the bubble, and that was a great experience for us. We were shorthanded, but he stepped up on the defensive end because we needed it. And just the game is like a lot of for the bigs. It takes 3 to 4 or 5 years sometimes even 6. To really see what's coming at you. And these guys, these guards, these wing players are coming at you pretty fast. They're dynamic. They're offensive minded. But I think he's in training camp. I've seen another step, and he's going to have to keep growing on the defensive end. We need him to be defensive, and I think he will. But tonight he has one of the hardest players to guard in the league, and I thought he did a pretty good job.
Fred.
It's got beginning of the third quarter, you guys were really stifling their offense. They had like a 5.5 minute period where they didn't score. What was working well for the defense during that time?
Well, I think our switching, we've been focusing on paying attention. Don't have those split second, what can I say? Oh crap moments. And I thought we didn't have many of those. And when you play the way we want to play, it takes all guys to lock in. Because one guy makes a mistake, and a good team like Philadelphia, this is potentially a championship team. We competed with them by challenging them and not giving anything easy. I thought that third quarter we did a great job of our switches and frustrated them a little bit.
And we'll take the last question from Chase.
Yeah, Scott, sorry if you've been asked about this already, but what do you think about Brad? It seemed like he had a lot more space on offense and was able to just kind of patiently go to work.
Well, there's another all-NBA player that he's teaming up with. And when you have that, the thing that opens things up, and DB and some of our guys that came back, just their experience. They know how to play. We want to play fast. We want to play good to great shots. And Brad was terrific tonight. He had a few too many turnovers, Russell as well. But I thought the space was good. Brad's efficient, and Brad is as efficient as you can be. He's a two-way player. He makes good plays. He made a lot of great decisions tonight. We just, like I said, we had 20 turnovers, but we competed. We fought. We know we can compete with every team in the league if we have that same mindset, and we will. That's what we're about, right?
Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Brad, what were your impressions on kind of what went wrong for you guys down the stretch? Ultimately, didn't come away with a W.
First, praise my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Me personally, I think it was the winning time. The last 4 minutes of the game, we really got to lock in. and being tuned to what's going on both ends of the floor. I think a lot of times on the defensive end, miscommunications we gave. I think Ben Simmons like 2 easy dunks at the rim, one a lob and one a dump down. Let kind of Ben Simmons get, I'm not Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid get it going in the second half. And then Shake Milton had a great game. And then Seth kind of closed us out at the end. So it's being able to take Shake, being able to take Seth out of the game. And, we know Joel is a hassle down there. We know Ben's going to be aggressive at times. But we got to be better job of being locked in, of knowing, the last 4 minutes we got to win, myself included, getting better shots, knocking down shots, not turning the ball over, and just understanding the last 4 minutes are probably the most important in the game, especially when we're up 10.
Ava?
Hey, Brad, just kind of going off of that, what's your takeaway considering all of the other factors that, Scott Brooks came in, he said turnovers, that's something you could clean up. Learning how to close out at games, that's something maybe a young team can improve on. What's kind of your attitude, I guess, after this?
I mean, we don't like moral victories, but, we feel good about where we are. We like the way we played. We feel like we played and did enough to win the game. And we didn't even play great. DB wasn't on all his minutes tonight. I could have played a lot better, could have been a lot more aggressive, especially down the stretch. And I think we got what we need. Granted, we got Rui out, we got guys, kind of mending their way back in. So it's moral victories, but I liked the way we played. I liked the way we played. We fought back, got down early, we fought back, clawed it, and ended up taking a 10-point plus lead, and we gave it up at the end. So I kind of put that one on my shoulders to be able to close us out more. But we have a young team. The more they're in these situations, the better we'll be.
Fred?
Hey, Brad. When Embiid is in the post and you're kind of stunting off your man at him, and every once in a while you go double, and every once in a while you don't, what's the trick to reading that situation properly?
Well, I don't really want to give away our defensive concepts, Fred, but it's just making them uncomfortable. Giving them different looks. At times we would double, at times we wouldn't. We know he's the focal point. The ball is going through Embiid every single play. So that was imperative for us to make sure that he sees bodies, make him pass the ball, make him pick up the ball and make different plays and force somebody else to make a play. Because he's a hassle down there. We can't expect, TB and Rolo to be able to be battling them, night in and night out. We got to be able to have some help, show some bodies, show some hands, and make a difference.
And start of the third quarter, you guys held them scoreless for like 5.5 straight minutes or something like that. Could you feel the defensive momentum building up in those moments?
100%. It's just a matter of your will and you wanting to get in the stance and defend. So I took pride in that.
Chase?
My bad. That was mad loud.
Okay.
I took pride in that. I think we all took pride in it. We weren't guarding the way we knew we could in the first half. We came out in the second half way more physical, more talkative, got our switching together. And we cleaned up a lot of stuff that we kind of were slipping up on in the first half. So from this standpoint, it was great. It was great to see that we were able to make those adjustments on the fly. But at the same time, we got to be better. We got to win the game.
Chase?
Brad, obviously not the result you wanted, but what was your impression of just the new look roster with the new pieces and what it maybe changed for you, what it allowed you to do individually on offense and defense?
Well, my biggest thing this year is being committed on the defensive end. I have Coach Longo holding me accountable. I have everybody holding me accountable, because if I'm not in the stands and I'm not active, that doesn't get my team going either. Russ does the same thing. So once we both are in the stands and we're ready to go, defensively, we're locked in. It's a direct carryover for everybody else. So, me personally, my offense I'm not worried about it. I was never worried about it. I'm confident in my game, confident in my skills. It's just a matter of getting some more wind under me. But at the same time, my biggest goal mentally is being better on the defensive end, individually and as a team. Because that's what's going to win us games. That's what's going to help us come playoffs.
Neil?
Hey, Brad, you guys had 20 turnovers as a team. You had a few as well. What did Philadelphia do to make it difficult, and how do you think you guys can clean that up moving forward?
Oh, it's crazy. I don't really think I'm not going to take any credit away from them. You know, they're big, they're active, they're long. You know, they're really good defenders, but at the same time, I don't think they did a lot that altered us. I think we had a lot of careless passes. A lot of them slipped out of our hands a couple times. I had like one or two slip out of my hand, Russ the same, but it's just a matter of just taking care of it. You know, we all admitted to it. We all, you know, held each other accountable in that sense. But you know, those are careless ones, you know, and then the ones I would say on the flip side, the turnovers we did get, we didn't do a good job of executing off of those turnovers. I think it was like 7 turnovers we had, and we got empty possessions out of them. So, you know, you can look at it from that standpoint and say we could have been better in transition once we got our turnovers.
And we'll take the last question from Ohm.
Brad, I apologize if this was asked, but I know you had a camp with Russ and saw what it was like to play with him in camp and practice, but what was it like to finally be in a game with him? What, you know, we talk about his intensity level all the time, but how did you feel it now finally in a real game with him?
I love it, you know, and granted it's only one game, but I just love his energy. I love his competitiveness, you know, and his accountability at the end of the day. I think that's what I love the most about him is I'm the type of guy, I want accountability. I want somebody to light a fire in front of me. I want somebody to tell me what I'm doing wrong. You know, and it's not just Russ, it's everybody. You know, I tell all of our teammates, if, you know, that's the biggest step in accountability. I can't be the one barking. You know, I have to be able to take some of the bark. And, you know, if guys see me slacking, if guys don't see me getting back on defense or whatever, I tell them, get on my ass about it. You know, so we hold that standard. I think Russ does that to a high level. And I think it's needed. You know, it's just a direct carryover to the rest of the team. You know, he brings the energy, he sets the tone for us, and, you know, we feed off him.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brad.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Russ. Brad just said that one of the things that you bring to the team is that you keep everyone accountable and that you set the tone with that. You know, I saw during the game just on TV, you're like shouting some things at your teammate. Like, how do you feel you keep your teammates accountable?
First start with myself. You know, you can't tell somebody else to do something if you're not doing it. And, you know, and being the leader, you got to be able to lead when it's going well for yourself, or when it's not going well, you got to lead regardless. And that's a part of my job and something that I've, you know, try to take pride in, some growth in myself.
Ben Standig.
Hey, Russ, I was just curious, what did you think of Danny's performance in his NBA debut?
I thought he was fine. I think he played aggressive, made the right plays, played solid. Just a start for him. He's going to be good in this league.
And then obviously for you, triple-double in your first Wizards game. I know that's not a unusual stat for you, but I think it's the first time somebody's had that in their Wizards debut. I guess what did you just think about your performance?
Not good enough, man. Honestly, I'm kind of disappointed in myself. Just some mishaps and plays where I could have been better, a better game, and try to win. I don't like more victories at any point in my career. I love to go out and win the game, and I got to be better, and I'll be better next game. So.
Right.
Hey, Russell. Scott told us before that he thought one of the big things tonight was the turnovers. And I was just wondering what you thought the issue was on turnovers tonight.
No, just plays, trying to make the right plays. Sometimes you get at least for myself, get in a position to try to thread the needle when I can just be aggressive, make the easy plays, whether it's a shot or a quick swing. But I definitely be better in that area. But a lot of them I'm not mad at, actually. Just trying to make the right play I'm okay with. You know, we're in the process of this is our first game actually together and, you know, playing a full game. And there are going to be times where I may turn the ball over just to make sure my teammates can know and be ready when I kick the ball ahead, and I've done that. So I'm okay with that. Some of them I could have saved, especially late in the game. Can't turn the ball over in the fourth quarter, which I'll be better at as well.
And speaking of learning to play together, at the start of the third quarter, you guys held them scoreless for like the first 5.5 minutes or something. Can you feel the defensive momentum building up in moments like that?
Definitely. I know that we got something special, and we want to defend and lead off our defense. And for the most part tonight, I thought we did a good job. I mean, they didn't have too many except the fourth quarter. I had a 40-point quarter, which hurt us obviously, and that's something we got to be able to do, especially to close games out.
Chase.
Hey, Russ, you mentioned how it's a process, and this was the first game for you guys as a team. When you look at the late game execution, what are some things that you think need to be cleaned up moving forward?
I just think it was our defense. Offensively, we could score with the best of them. We could score at will. We got good shots. Brad got some good looks, wide open mid ranges that we live with. Defensively, we got to be better to close the game. So that's where we're going to look.
Neil.
Hey, Russell, coach was kind of staggering you and Brad a little bit. I'm curious, is there any difference when you're playing without Brad versus playing with Brad, or is it exactly the same?
It's definitely different.
And I guess how so in terms of, does it change your approach? Are you more aggressive? Are you looking at different things?
No, I mean, I'm learning, but Brad obviously on the floor, different dynamic. And whoever else is on the floor when I'm on the floor, I'm just trying to figure out a bit and make sure we can keep the pace up and find ways to be able to stay, at striking distance.
Hey, Russ, obviously, you're a quarterback and you've said before, you're always trying to learn your teammates, try to put them in the best positions. I'm wondering tonight, what did you learn about Brad? I know you've gone through a camp and it hasn't been as long as maybe you guys would normally have, but now seeing it in action live and you got to taste it, what did you learn tonight about Brad and what you guys can do?
That he's really, really good, and not just in scoring the basketball, but creating space, getting to his spots. And as I watch film, once I get on this plane, I'll learn and see how I can be able to help him make the game easy for him as we kind of go along this journey. It's the first game and, first and many. So we got to make sure, at least myself, got to make sure I can make the game easy for him along the way.
Thank you.
Thank you, Russ.
Yeah.